Greetings, 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 everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for clicking on the video. Tamar Braxton's man, David, her boyfriend, he decides to, it seems as though he addressed K.Michelle, but he addressed the situation as a whole. And boy, am I going to share my opinion. Tamar, she kept her response to K.Michelle low key and you know, very to the point. She said, I don't really have a lot to say because whenever I talk, it always gets misconstrued. If I ignore something, it gets confused. If I make something funny, it gets taken the wrong way. I don't really want to speak about anything in particular. Then she goes into she's in a different place in her life and she doesn't want to be a part of any kind of negativity. And the last thing that she is going to do is waste her time giving negative energy. Blah, blah, blah. Okay? First, this all, okay, I don't even want to go into my thoughts. What I want to do is I want to play the audio. So this is a good maybe, how many minutes is this? Maybe like, I don't even know, 4 minutes or so. Tamar and her man David, they have their little YouTube show channel or whatever, Couples in Quarantine or whatever the heck it's called. So David, he decided to address the situation that's taking place between K.Michelle and Tamar. So I want you to listen to the audio and then afterwards, I'm going to give my thoughts. So this was a 53-minute video, but I just started it when David started addressing this, okay? And I wanted to give the entire length of time or play the entire length of time that David was talking about this because I see that people are only cropping out pieces and things like that and, you know, giving David all this praise, which you're entitled to do, but I have a difference of opinion. All right, so y'all like to hear it? Here you go.
Weeks have seen a certain empowerment for Black people.
Yeah.
We've experienced something in our lifetimes that we've never experienced before. We're taking our voices and we're using it as a collective unit. Somebody said the other day on TV, we're living at a point when in the future, people are going to talk about this point in history. We're living in a time when people are going to write about. We're aggressively going after the things that we feel, we know we deserve. Equal rights, equal justice, economically, and in every other way. And then we woke up this morning and there was one Black woman tearing another Black woman down. And I felt sad because I was on there. I was on the streets. I was fighting. I was struggling. I was lifting the banners. I was leading the demonstrations. And I felt sad that as Black people, men and women and children and a lot of white people support us. And we support ourselves. There's nothing we need more than to be united together right now. What I saw this morning made me sad because I saw one strong Black woman, strong, good-looking Black woman, tear another strong, good-looking Black woman down, and it broke my heart. I'm African. We got our own little things going on in Africa with our sisters, but our sisters are united. We got to come together. But what makes me sad is Tamar now got to defend herself against something which is false, against something which was concocted, against something which was meant to defame her character. It broke, as her man, it broke my heart. That came from, look, if that came from somebody across the other aisle, I could understand. But that came from another good-looking, strong Black woman. We do not tear each other down. So, for the first and only time, I asked Tamar if she was so kind as to, she got to defend herself. She didn't want to. This is the new Tamar. Tamar's decided, you know what? I'm just going to walk away. I'm strong and I'm going to walk away. That's what she said. She said, God is in control. We're fighting for Black Lives Matter. She's the same story. She's talking. She's pretty much playing an activist that I fell in love with her more these 3 weeks than I ever have. We fight more about things that we believe in, social issues, change. Yeah. And then I see another beautiful, strong Black woman with a child, just like she's a beautiful, strong Black woman with a child, tear her down. So, Tamar, I'm sorry for what happened. I got to apologize for Black people. I got to apologize. That shouldn't have happened to you today. If you would be so kind as to spend 30 seconds just for the first and only time, you'll never do this again. You never have to justify yourself. You never have to justify the things you do for the enlightenment of yourself, your children, and your kind. Your child, future children, and your kind. So please speak.
I don't really have a lot to say, because I feel like whenever I talk, it always gets misconstrued, or if I try to ignore.
All right. I said that part already. So he said, Tamar, please, would you be so kind? Speak, woman. First of all, here's the thing. If this is Tamar's attempt, well, again, just to reiterate what she said, she basically in a nutshell said, after David told her to speak, please be so kind, speak. Take 30 seconds to enlighten for your kind, for your children and your future children and your kind, speak. She just said that she's in a different place and, she's not going to entertain any negativity, blah, 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 right? If this is Tamar's attempt at speaking out, then she should have just debunked the allegations from the gate. Right? It's like miss me with all the gimmicks and having your boyfriend speak for you in reference to an issue that you have with another woman. Granted, what David said, I am in agreement with everything that he said. Well, it's not even anything for me to disagree with because he was talking about how he felt. David didn't say anything wrong, quote unquote, right? All of that, we're in a time now that we should be, united. I get all of that. But honey, let me tell you something. Each and every one of us was born into a time, a decade, a century where perilous times have been, things have been taking place. You understand what I'm trying to say? I appreciate him acknowledging the fact that, we don't need to be tearing each other down. He doesn't like the fact that another woman, a Black woman was tearing down another Black woman. Like I said, I get all of that. All of that is cute. I totally get it. And I don't disagree with what he said, and I can't disagree with how he felt. But let's just keep it real, okay? Tamar's big mouth and her incessant need to always be seen and heard is what started all of this, right? Tamar tried to dismiss basically what K.Michelle went through in her previous relationship. K.Michelle accused, it's being alleged that K.Michelle's ex-boyfriend was physically abusive to her. I'm saying alleged because I haven't seen court documents. There are court documents though, and I could have easily looked it up, but whatever. You get what I'm trying to say. There are court documents that proves that K.Michelle's ex was being physically abusive to her, and she shared her story. Tamar, along with Rashida from Love and Hip Hop, and I can't think of who else, denied those allegations that K.Michelle made, saying that she was lying, right? Mind you, neither one of them were in the relationship, right? And Tamar, as usual, she tried to be funny about it, and it backfired. Tamar also said that K.Michelle got her butt implants off of Groupon, okay? These are the things that Tamar has said. Now, has she apologized? I don't know. She probably has, but in a Tamar fashion. I feel like David being a good man means he's able to use good judgment, right? He seems like a level-headed guy, right? This alleged elevator incident took place way before David even knew of Tamar. So why on earth would you jump into something that you have limited to no knowledge of? Again, what he said was great. Thumbs up. Great message. But we're dealing with Tamar here. He told Tamar to speak, right? He wanted her to address what K.Michelle says. It seems to me Like, he wanted Tamar to speak because he wants to know if this is true or not. He wants her to either say it's the truth or it's a lie. He wanted her to debunk this, right? He said that he was hurt. He was upset. He was hurt, all right, because his woman out here looking crazy, which is a reflection of him. He knows what Tamar gives. He knows. He said this is the new Tamar. So he knows what's up with the, quote, old Tamar. I just feel like in this, and I'm not sticking up for K.Michelle either, okay? Because, listen, the two of them going back and forth, obviously they feel justified, right? So, I mean, I can't tell K.Michelle how long she can be upset with Tamar about this, because think about it. She went through a devastating situation in a relationship, right? To only have someone who I guess she thought she was cool with, that being Tamar, we publicly say, nah, she lying. Rashida did the same thing, and she didn't let up off of Rashida. You know, I can't tell K.Michelle, all right, K.Michelle, let it go now, girl. You already have the proof that you were right. Let it go. I don't operate like that. You cannot disrespect and upset somebody and then tell them how mad they should get, how long that they should be mad. You know, I don't like the back and forth. Like I said, I agree with David. You know, it sucks that it is hurtful to see two black women tear each other down, you know, especially living in the climate of what's going on. I get his point, but let's be real. Let's be real. As far as Tamar is concerned, you know, I just don't think he can do whatever he want to do. This is just my opinion. David putting himself in this, I wonder, is it more of, yes, he is expressing himself, but is it more of he wants Tamar to be like, nah, that's not true, and she not doing that? I feel like however David feels, he should have expressed this directly to Tamar. Correct your girlfriend. There's no need for you to address K.Michelle at all. He can do what he wants, but this is just my opinion. He doesn't know K.Michelle. You know, he doesn't know how she felt when Tamar basically said that she was lying about her trauma. That's not wise to me. And I don't care how many times he called her beautiful. I don't care. You know, it may look good to some, and that's fine. I respect your thoughts and opinions, but I'm not easily impressed. I don't know if Tamar encouraged him to say all of that. Maybe not. But Tamar started all of this. All of this Tamar started. And when things got too heated, now she wants to preach about being a different person. Sounds good. We've seen, how many times have we seen Tamar say, or heard Tamar say, I'm turning over a new leaf. And then she continues with the foolish behavior. When she was on T.S. Madison's show and she was asked about K.Michelle, you know, the jingling of the bell in the camera, the laughing and being extra, you did that to get attention. Granted, she didn't say a word, but she could respond however she wants. However, you did it to be extra and get attention. It got you attention, but just not the attention that you would hope for. Now you're quiet. As big as Tamar's mouth is, now you don't have anything to say? My advice to David is stay out of it. And there's nothing wrong with a man defending or sticking up for his woman. However, this is not the case. Like, what are you sticking up for Tamar for? I don't think he was really sticking up. Not that he wasn't sticking up for her. I think he was more so expressing that he hated the fact that two black women were tearing each other down. I just think my advice, stay out of it, David. If you feel the need to express yourself about anyone's behavior, it should be to the woman that you live with and only her. I don't think you should be saying anything to K.Michelle. Nothing. I don't care how much you call her a beautiful black woman. I don't think you should be addressing K.Michelle whatsoever, because you don't know how K.Michelle felt when she was attacked by your girlfriend. Tamar can't fool me. Ain't nothing changed about her except the man that she's dating currently. My man ain't getting in between any disagreements or quarrels between me and another woman. Not happening. This is something Tamar Big Mouth Braxton could have handled. See, the problem is, in my opinion, she ain't got no defense for what K.Michelle said. Okay? And K.Michelle was not the only one who alleged that this situation went down in the elevator. This is something that a few people have said in the past, even when Braxton Family Values was on air years ago. So as big as Tamar's mouth is, right? She's defended less with all the mouth popping and the hair swinging. Why not just simply say, that's a lie, Maury? Right? She's defended less harsh claims with conviction. Has she not? Okay, girl. I'm just going to need you and David to just shh. Just shh. Quiet. David, it was a nice gesture, and you had a very nice message, and it's good to see that you also, stated that you're out there protesting, leading demonstrations, and you're out there putting boots to the ground. Greatly appreciated. And I'm not being sarcastic when I say that. Yes, he deserves it. I commend him for that. But with this situation, stay out of it. Tamar's mouth is big enough to defend herself. Her mouth was big enough to make these accusations and to make fun of. You said K.Michelle got her butt off of Groupon. She in turn called you a Muppet. You got on the reel crying. And some of the panel members were fighting back laughter because the theatrics were like, really, girl? Knock it off. You have treated your sisters like trash. I will never look at Tamar the same after she blatantly disrespected Iyanla in front of her sisters, in front of her mother, in front of her father. See what I'm saying? Tamar has defended less. Iyanla wasn't being nasty to her. So how come all of a sudden now, I'm in a different headspace? You could be in a different headspace and still say that K.Michelle is lying. You don't have a defense. That's why. And I think David knows that. So that's why he says to you, Tamar, please just take 30 seconds and speak. He wants to know what's up. I want to see how long her sisters are going to stay quiet. Y'all don't find it interesting that none of her sisters have come to her defense? But her man is attempting to do so. Like I said, I don't think it's a matter of him defending her. I think it's just a matter of him expressing how hurt he is. So there is an update. K.Michelle decided to respond to David, which that's why I waited to report on this, because I knew K.Michelle was going to say something back. She also decided to, imitate David's accent. And don't get in my comment section saying anything about, K.Michelle is out of order and this. I'm not defending K.Michelle. The title of the video is David, Tamar's man, or something like that, addresses K.Michelle. I'm talking about how Tamar is taking this opportunity to weasel her way out of this situation that she started. She started this. Point blank, period. If I'm wrong, correct me respectfully. All right, this is what K.Michelle, she responded. Oh God, whatever. I don't even have anything to say about this yet. But here it go. Listen.
My brother, it also made me sad when I saw her no edges.
So that's K.Michelle's response to David, which I knew she was gonna respond. That's why I waited to do the commentary on this. But yeah, Tamar's not fooling me. Like I said, I don't like a try to be funny person. And you tried to be funny and she came at you. So listen, it is what it is, Tamar. You know the art of going back and forth. Why can't you just say, that is a lie, Maury. I never did such thing. No. I don't want to talk about it. I'm just in a different space in my life. But it's really interesting that when you were on this show and you were asked if you would do a versus with K.Michelle, you didn't take that same approach. You could have said, I'm in a different space right now. And, K.Michelle is a great artist, but I just don't think that would be a good idea. No, you was jingling in the camera, swinging your head around, laughing, giggling, being funny. You could have taken the same approach, but you didn't. But because K.Michelle came back at you with something that you were not expecting, now all of a sudden it's, I don't have anything to say. Whatever, miss me with it. Royal family, I definitely want to hear I want to see your comments. Keep all comments respectful. Please just don't put any profanity or any obscene terms in the comments. So you feel free to express yourself. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, select all so you don't miss out on any of my uploads. Can't wait to read your comments about this. And again, these are my opinions. You don't have to agree, but you can disagree respectfully. Until next time,